Hey guys, Mr. Cheese Gaming here, and welcome back to more of Let's Play Pokémon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team bonus videos. I need to be frank with you guys. I really want to get through this game as fast as I can, and it's going to be next to impossible for me to unlock every single dungeon in this game before the end of this week. So, what's the best compromise? In my opinion, is to just cover every dungeon for the rest of the game right in one last video. I'm going to say up front, I do not like playing this game. Great story, but I just do not like playing it. So, anyways, let's get started. And sorry for the compromise. First up is Western Cave. You can unlock it as soon as you get HM Surf from the Solar Cave, and it is unlocked the day after Ho-Oh is recruited from Mount Faraway. At that point, Blastoise and Charizard will return from a failed expedition to this dungeon and have been defeated by an unseen Pokémon. That is when Western Cave will be unlocked. It is about 99 floors and will be full of traps as well as monster houses. At the end of the dungeon, you will come across the boss Mewtwo, basically the most powerful psychic type you'll ever find in this generation. Next up, I'm going to talk about Northern Range. This is accessed once again by HM Surf obtained in the Solar Cave, but you must also purchase the Southern Island Friend area from Wigglytuff. The morning after all these requirements have been fulfilled, a robbery will take place in Pokémon Square. The culprit is followed to Northern Range and must be defeated to learn the motivation. I don't know why Kecleon didn't just go there himself, since Kecleon does indeed appear in dungeons and is the most powerful Pokémon in this game. Yeah. Kind of feels awkward to mention that now that I just covered Mewtwo, which would otherwise be the most powerful Pokémon in the game. Anyways, this dungeon only has 25 floors and is full of a ton of different variety of flying type Pokémon. At the end, you will encounter the boss Latios, and upon being defeated will explain that he, I don't know why I called Latios she, when Latios has been confirmed to be male in every incarnation of the game. Anyways, Latios is saying that his sister Latias will be trapped in Pitfall Valley and simply has been gathering items in order to save her. This will of course unlock Pitfall Valley, where at the end you will be able to recruit Latias. You don't have to battle Latias at all. And there's not a whole lot of Pokémon here, new Pokémon you can find here. Most of them are, again, just flying type Pokémon. Once you reach the end of the 25 floor dungeon, you will encounter Latias, and the morning after, they will both join your party. Pretty cool, I must say. 2 for the price of 1 boss, I guess. Anyways, once you go ahead and obtain HM Surf as well as complete Pitfall Valley, Medicham and Ekans will appear outside Wishcast Pond. After talking to them for a few days, Ekans will post a rescue mission for Medicham, which will unlock the new dungeon Wish Cave. Medicham is found on floor 20, although this dungeon is about 99 floors long. Mostly at the end of the dungeon, you will find the Pokémon Jirachi, and upon being defeated, will grant you a wish. Out of these wishes, you have 5 options. If you wish for lots of money, the entire floor will be filled with Poké, which you can pick up. If you wish for lots of items, the floor will be filled with random items that you can pick up. If you ask for a new friend area, you will gain a random friend area that is sold in the Wigglytuff Club, assuming you haven't attained every single friend area. If you ask for more strength, the floor will be filled with random stat enhancers, which can include protein, calcium, iron, zinc, joy seed, ginseng, life seed, and citrus berry. which of course I will go over. Protein increases attack, calcium increases physical defense, iron increases special attack, zinc increases special defense, joy seed increases your level. Ginseng, I actually don't remember right off of my head what ginseng does, but I will post exactly what it does in the video via text. We'll now see it on screen. Life seed increases your HP. And if you wish for something good, it is pretty complex. By default, it will have a Pokemon randomly join your team. However, it does not include Pokemon that you already have, does not include Pokemon who you have not yet obtained the friend areas for, and the Pokemon that will be obtained will be at level 1. Therefore, again, can't recruit any legendary Pokemon, can't recruit any version-specific Pokemon, you cannot recruit Pokemon you already have, and you cannot recruit a Pokemon belonging to a friend area that is either fully occupied or you simply do not have. If there is no Pokemon available for this wish, your rescue rank will be raised to the next level. However, if you already have Lucario rank and you have no friend area that is with a vacancy, you will instead receive 10,000 Poké. After that, you can... Anyways, after you rescue Medicham from Wish Cave, and if you clear the Storming Sea, Gengar will appear at your rescue team base and be escorted up Mount Freeze. Once at the peak, Ninetales will tell Gengar to enter Murky Cave if he wishes to save Gengar. Nah. Gengar saving Gengar. Wow. I mean, asking Gengar to save Gardevoir from the Murky Cave. This is only 20 floors and just filled with poison-type Pokemon. Essentially, it's a pretty easy floor to go through. And especially since you have Gengar, which is a ghost type. Unfortunately, you will not be able to go through this floor alone until you have rescued Gardevoir. At the end, you must fill out a questionnaire. At the end of the 20-floor dungeon, you must fill out a questionnaire, and by answering all the questions, regardless of how you answer, Gengar will be overwhelmed with guilt, and Gardevoir will be freed. Unfortunately, Gardevoir will be amnesiac and won't know anything about you or Gengar. After rescuing Gardevoir, Gengar will reward you with a mobile scarf. This will allow you to walk through on just about anything, but your belly will go down every time you walk through a wall tile. Yep. Basically, Mobile Scarf makes you essentially a ghost-type Pokemon, well, without making you an actual ghost-type Pokemon, it basically allows you to pass through anything. However, if you go through a wall tile, you will end up losing... You will starve faster, basically 5 belly each for every single step. If the player removes it while inside the wall, you will randomly warp to another part of the floor. Next up is Purity Forest, and oh my god, I remember unlocking this dungeon, trying to go through it, and yeah, it's difficult. Not as difficult as Western Cave. Well, actually no, it is more difficult than Western Cave. In fact, the game straight up calls it the ultimate dungeon. This is because people who enter Purity Forest will be reduced to level 1, you will lose all of your IQ, your items and Poké carried prior to entry will be permanently lost, Pokemon encountered here cannot be recruited, and additionally every item that is spawned will have a 5% chance of becoming sticky. And there is heavy darkness shrouding every floor, so unless you are right in the room, you will not be able to see the Pokemon and you will not be able to see any Pokemon. This is why it's called the Ultimate Dungeon. It's almost essentially because you have to rely completely on items. This dungeon, of course, is unlocked as soon as you complete Pitfall Valley and as soon as you get the Sky Blue Plains friend area from the optional mission. At the end, however, there is no Pokemon boss at the end. However, once you reach the end, you will encounter the Pokemon Celebi, who will immediately join your party. Next up is Silver Trench, which will appear once you've recruited Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, and have completed Pitfall Valley, as well as Stormy Sea. At that point, you will be, once you speak to Alakazam and visit Legendary Island, a water Pokemon with the move Dive and with the move Dive, or carrying the HM Dive, which of course we already acquired from Wishcash, will be allowed to enter the dungeon. There are 99 floors on this dungeon, and the boss is Lugia, a powerful psychic and water type. Yeah, not a flying type as many people would think. It has a 99.9% base recruitment rate, and unlike Ho-Oh, it can be recruited on your first visit. So, if you fail to recruit it at the first chance, if you fall to the 0.1% chance that you don't recruit it on your first try, well, sorry to say, but I think God hates you. But it even hates you more because, check it out, monster houses will occur on floors 15, 35, 55, and 75. These are one-room floors, so at least you will be on the same floor as the stairway, but man, having a required monster houses, and 4 of them in a single dungeon at least, that's painful. And again, if you don't recruit Lugia on the first try, that is just misery. Wow. But hey, the morning after you recruit Lugia from the Silver Trench, Blastoise will report a cave to Xatu, who will then give the cave a name, which is, of course, Meteor Cave, or Meteorite Cave in the Japanese version. Okay, not much of a difference. This is a very interesting dungeon. It has 20 floors, and on each floor you will encounter a Pokemon that is pretty strange. It is impossible to recruit it, and if you hack the game to give you a 100% recruit rate, defeating these Pokemon will crash the game, so lesson learned, don't cheat on video games. These random Pokemon will have a random stat boost. They can either have boosted attack, defense, or speed, which would technically allow them to move twice. It is completely random, and once you reach the 20th floor, you will encounter, well, Deoxys, a powerful Psychic-type Pokemon. Thankfully, this version of Deoxys is going to be in its normal form, so it's not really that tough. And it's very interesting to mention that Meteor Cave came into existence simply because we destroyed this star. Needless to say, Deoxys might be a little pissed off that we destroyed his world just to save our own. Anyways, I'm sorry to sum it up, I do feel ashamed, but there is just no way that I can unlock every single dungeon within a week. This is pretty much why, when I did this as a regular Let's Play, why there was tons of gaps of time between each videos. Well, that and going to work. But it does take a tedious amount of time for new dungeons to be unlocked, and that's really just a big flaw that I see in this game. That's really what hurts it. But good story. Unless you're really, really hardcore and really, really into this game, I really can't recommend going through the post-game. But anyways, while I wasn't entirely excited to go through this game's bonus videos, I must say I am extremely excited for what's coming up ahead. Because you know what that means. You know what's coming up. That's right. Next time, I'm recording Undertale. Again. Because there's multiple endings to that game, and I've only gotten the neutral Rude. Anyways, see you guys next time.